Hey fellow Force users, what is up? It's Jasmine, the Ahsoka Tano fan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, it is time for another episode of The Bad Batch. So last episode, personally, I found it to be a good one. I think that some people found it to be filler, especially after the episodes that preceded that. It moved away from the main storyline a little bit and gave us another side mission. But what I really loved about it was the fact that it showed us the aftermath of Echo's departure, and especially how it hit Omega, and you saw that there was a little bit of conflict there between Omega and the rest of the batch, especially Tech. There's a lot of discussion about emotions and how Tech processes things differently, but it doesn't mean that he feels any less. And so I really like that. I think it's too often in these shows where people will die or leave or something, and then there's often not enough discussion how that change affects everybody else in the show. How many times have we seen it where our characters are on a mission or something and somebody dies in the Clone Wars, like one of the clones or something, and it's not always talked about in the next episode. So I actually like the fact that we got to see that. And then of course, as far as the whole mission goes, we see that it obviously did not go according to plan at all. They initially went to just extract some Ipsium and then ended up getting their ship stolen. And of course, because they were a man down, they weren't able to properly keep a lookout. And so now they're basically stranded and they're awaiting help from Sid, which I don't know how long they're going to be there, because Sid was saying that it might take a few days or something like that. So the question is, are they going to get their ship back, or are they going to have to get a new ship, kind of like what Mando had to do? How are they going to get off the planet? Because it looks like they're not really in a good situation. But as Omega said, they're going to figure it out, as they always do, because they are the Bad Batch. So yeah, anyways guys, going into this episode, it's called Retrieval, and the synopsis reads, attempting to recover a lost asset, the Batch must learn to trust a thief. That sounds like they're going after their ship. Do they have to trust the same person that stole the ship, or maybe somebody that knows that person? They might have to use a thief to get back what the other thief stole from them. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, it should be interesting. Without further ado, guys, let's blast our way into the episode and check out what's in store for us. Okay, here we go. How are they gonna get out of this?
On board, I'm hot and I'm starving.
Oh, poor Wrecker.
The ship's a heap of junk.
But with a few repairs, it will be a slightly operational heap of junk.
I love when Tech is kind of sarcastic.
We forgot about Gonki. He's still on the Marauder. I mean, we can track Gonki.
Ingenious idea.
Oh, I like your thinking, Omega. So that's how they're gonna find it. Oh, here's the ship. Okay, so who is this thief? Is it somebody that we know or just a regular person? His voice almost sounds like that kid from the Clone Wars, the Blue Shadow Virus. Jabo, I think his name was?
Benni,
No, that's not him.
the scouting run took longer than expected, but I found something you're gonna like.
Okay, so he's taking it to some sort of buyer. And he obviously does not know how to fly. Look how shaky the ship is. Wow. Oh, did Gonki do something? Oh, no, it's food. Or did he drug him or something? He put something in the food, maybe? Oh, never mind. I don't know what species he is. It almost looks similar to Zygerian.
I swiped it from some amateurs poking around the old mines in the Northern Territory.
Miners don't travel in ships like this.
They have no idea who they're messing with.
This could draw the wrong kind of attention.
This'll still put me in contention for top earner this round, right?
We'll have to see that, eh? You can keep the toy.
What about water ration?
Careful what you wish for. He's gonna drink it first? That's so mean. Damn.
Mako always takes care of his crew.
Damn. Doing all that for some water rations, too. This goes to show he's a thief, but also look at the conditions he's living in. I guess everybody's just trying to survive in their own way in the Imperial era. Not that it's right, but, you know, I'm just saying.
You found him?
His signal's 100 kilometers east. If Gonki's still on the planet, the Marauder must be too.
Good thinking, Omega. They're gonna be off this planet before Sid even sends help. If she even sends help. Oh, they found it quick.
Gonki's signal is pinging from down there.
I wonder if the kid, the one who stole the ship, is gonna end up helping them retrieve it somehow. Like maybe he's gonna turn against his boss or something and develop a bond with Gonki.
Because you're useless to me. What am I gonna do with a defective power droid?
Ooh, I could be wrong.
That's our defective power droid.
Oh,
Now where's our ship?
oh, not so tough now. Oh my gosh, he really thought he was going somewhere. Oh crap, Omega looks pretty serious there. That's so funny.
Where's our ship?
Can you be more specific?
You know what he's talking about.
The one you stole yesterday?
Mako has it. I can't help you go against Mako. All right.
But this is exactly what Mako didn't want, this kind of attention.
So you're an Ipsium miner and a ship thief.
Mako says they're useful skills.
Stealing's not a skill.
It is when you're good at it.
Well, it kind of is, but it's not necessarily a good skill. Most times.
You can't use blasters inside an Ipsium mine? Cut your losses now.
Why is it growling at him like that? Is that steam?
We can rappel down between exhaust cycles.
How big of a window is there?
60 seconds.
I knew he was gonna say that for some reason.
Glad you're also confident, but getting cooked alive wasn't on my agenda. Good luck.
Oh, you're gonna go with them.
You can go once we have our ship back.
Should have taken all this into consideration, kid, before you stole something like that.
On my mark.
Damn. They're not afraid of anything because I've been through way worse. Hurry up, Hunter. Are they doing one at a time? I guess so. He's eating into his 60 seconds.
30 seconds.
You gotta bail before it's too late.
We don't do that.
Good, this is not good.
Oh my god, seriously? Will the droid get cooked alive too, or no? Let the droid get cooked alive. There you go. Damn. This is probably the riskiest mission they've done. That might be close, but I don't know.
You definitely aren't Ipsium miners.
Nope. You stole the wrong ship.
She's so cute. I love her. She just fits right in now. She's not afraid of anything. Tackles challenges head on, you know?
The conditions of this mine are less than ideal.
It's because the Ipsium's become degraded. Mako had to lower wages just to keep this mine up and running. Your ship's in the upper garage bay, across from the central tower.
Oh, does that droid see something? I don't know if they can trust this guy or not. There it is. What if it's a trap or something?
You didn't ask me what condition it'd be in. How's that my fault?
You stole it? Of course it's your fault.
What about the ratio? Still need to shut it down.
You can only do that from the central tower. You stick out too much. If you don't trust me to go alone, she'll blend in easily enough.
Do you think these two could develop a bond? Maybe not. I don't know. I just get the sense maybe. She already developed a bond with Gunji, you know? Maybe him too. I don't know.
They can wait till I'm good and ready.
This guy eats well when everybody else is starving? Kind of seems like it. Who eats like that, man? Just out of the pot and like...
Only Mako's inner circle has access cards.
You're not part of his inner circle.
Not yet. I'm working my way up.
He ain't never gonna work his way up. That's a myth. A lie.
Bet you think the ship you scored from Mako will make you the top earner this round.
You can't expect to win every time.
I'm starving.
He just stole his key? Yeah.
It's a skill.
Great. Can we go now?
I want to hear the tally.
Oh my gosh. Quit stalling, man. Before he realizes his card's gone. And aren't they gonna wonder who Omega is?
This round's top earner is
It's not gonna be him, is it?
Drake.
Again? Oh my god. That's so sad, man.
As for the rest of you, rations are low.
Wow.
Don't let my crew starve.
Seriously, man? For real? After he was just eating out of the pot like that? Oh my gosh. Omega's seeing a different side to things. Could he go with the Bad Batch, maybe? I don't know. Is that possible?
You shouldn't have to compete for food.
We have to earn our share. But I'll impress Mako. Just wait.
Not if you get caught.
We've reached the control room.
I hope he doesn't betray her, though. He's not gonna let her leave, is he? She's got her back turned to him. I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, he's gonna betray Omega, hand her over to the boss, and try and get in the boss's good graces that way.
Really treat you like you're one of them. Wish Mako did that.
Doesn't seem like he cares.
You're wrong.
No, she's not.
He said with more time and more digging, we're bound to reach better Ipsium soon.
He's lying. I think he betrayed her, man.
Here. You can have my rations.
Oh my gosh.
Why would you give this to me?
For helping us.
He's giving you food and you're gonna betray her. Because why would he push the button? Oh, I don't have a good feeling about this at all. Wow. What a jerk. He's in a bad situation though, but still.
Mako appears to be using his power and means as leverage over his workers. It is a similar tactic used by the Empire.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Didn't Bryce and Hugh say they removed the hyperdrive?
Ah, shit.
Hey! Who are you?
Mako said it.
Easy.
See, they don't want to hurt them because they're kids. Oh.
I thought you said that Ipsium here is degraded.
It is.
No, it's not.
Into this.
He snitched on her. I knew it.
Nicely done, Benny.
After she just gave you food, man. Does she have her bow and arrow?
Garage Bay. Sorry. I had to.
She looks so hurt.
A top earner is definitely in your future.
Are you serious right now? They're taking Omega. Oh, she can't even fight back. That sucks. He better help her get free. This could be a 3-parter, even.
Spies. And they called in backup.
Are they gonna see that they have Omega?
So you think you can come here and steal from me?
But you stole from them.
This ship belongs to us.
Not anymore. Once they shot, and we're all done for.
We don't miss.
Hahaha.
I think you're
Oh, they don't know that they have Omega yet. This is not a good situation. He's gonna do something. They gotta get out of this.
You lied to us, Mako.
Well, he's gonna say it in front of everybody.
Degrading. You've been cutting us out and keeping the profits for
And then
yourself.
he's gonna run the mines, maybe?
You never cared about us at all. And I have the proof right here.
Be careful it's not tossed over or something.
We toil down in the mines while you enjoy the spoils?
Karma. Oh, son of a. Just like that? What's she doing? Oh, she threw them both over because she saw him coming. Talk about trust. Holy crap. Daddy to the rescue. Oh, they really have like a father-daughter relationship, her and Hunter. They did say they don't miss. He's gonna get thrown over.
You never should have crossed me, kid.
He's gonna let him fall. Is he trying to pull him over? Yep, he's gonna be the new leader of the mines now, I think.
Good to have you back.
Oh,
Here's your stuff.
you owe her an apology.
Don't you trust me?
Nope.
Okay, that's fair.
What will all of you do now?
Guess we'll keep mining Ipsium.
It's a big galaxy. You don't have to stay here.
She wants you to come with them.
We'll all be getting an equal share of the profits now.
Benny! Chow time!
They're besties now.
If you ever need a thief, I owe you.
The Empire's not not the only threat. We've seen so many in the galaxy like Moko.
There are many like us out there as well.
Oh, I love that. Nice. They didn't even need Sid after all. Nice. Honestly, I hope after this they just don't work for Sid anymore. Like, she does not deserve them. All right, so this was another kind of side episode, but I actually enjoyed it just like I did the last one. I really liked that ending conversation there between Omega and Tech when she was saying how the Empire is not the only threat. There are so many out there like Mako, to which Tech responded, there's also many out there like us. I thought that was such a deep line. It really goes to show that it's not such a black and white issue where you have the Empire, these bad guys, and everybody else is the good guys struggling against the Empire. It's a lot more gray than that, a lot more complex. As the series has shown us, a lot of people use the Empire's tactics despite not actually working for the Empire themselves. What the Empire has essentially done is it has created this vacuum for people to exploit and for people like Mako to exist, but also for people like the Bad Batch to exist. And it just goes to show how corrupt the Empire really is, because as much as they say they believe in peace and order and all this BS, they really don't. All they care is that nobody challenges their authority. And so when people like Mako have operations, as long as they are small enough so as not to draw the attention of the Empire just turns a blind eye to it and allows it to happen. And so they allow a lot of injustice to happen as a result. And this is something the Republic was doing a little bit to a certain degree. A lot of people felt like the Republic didn't really care to get involved where there were certain injustices because they didn't want to get pulled into other wars. Onderon was kind of like that, the Onderon arc during the Clone Wars. Ahsoka especially had to fight to get the Republic to help them a little bit, to help the rebels. So it just goes to show the Empire does not really care about fairness. Just as Mako was misleading the kids, telling them, oh, don't worry, you'll be the top earner. I always take care of you guys. He's basically just feeding them empty promises and lies, which is exactly what the Empire does in order to keep people in line. But the reality is he was just taking all the riches for himself. And so as long as he didn't let them know that, he was able to keep them in line and keep them competing with one another so as to take the eyes off him. Which kind of brings me to my next point, which is this whole idea of strength in numbers. With Mako, as an individual man, he's kind of even scary looking, kind of big, tall, intimidating, and he has these kids working for him. And it figures it's kids because I feel like kids are the easiest to manipulate in the eyes of somebody like Mako. When they believed he was looking out for them, they were competing against each other. I think the main guy's name was Benni, the main thief, and then the other guy he was competing with was Drake, the one that was winning all the time. So as long as people like Benni and Drake are fighting with one another, nobody even thinks to give Mako any attention. And so they don't look at what he's doing, which is taking everything for himself. But as soon as Omega told them the truth, and then they turned against Mako, they were able to overpower him. And that just goes to show that, again, power is an illusion. This is something that we've seen in Star Wars, that we saw especially play out in Andor. And this is essentially what allows the rebellion to overthrow the Empire down the line. They're only as powerful as people allow them to be. And as soon as people find out the truth sets people free and turns them against who is the true oppressive force. And that's what we kind of saw happen here. The truth really set these kids free, just as it will the rest of the galaxy one day. I really liked Omega and Benni's relationship this episode. I think they kind of developed a nice bond. It's nice to see Omega develop bonds with other kids because she's always hanging around. Well, technically she is, I think, older than her brothers on the Bad Batch, but in terms of accelerated age and whatnot, she's like the kid to them. And so it's nice to see her interact with other kids in this galaxy. It brings out a side of her that we don't always necessarily see with the Bad Batch. We saw it with Gunji, now we're seeing it with Benni. So I really like how she was with him. She was so selfless, ready to just give him her rations without even thinking, even though she needed it herself. And even though he turned her in, she still found it within herself to forgive him because she understood where he was coming from. She saw the conditions that he was living in. He was under constant pressure to survive. He's not just fighting for fancy clothes and fancy equipment. He's fighting for food, for water, the basics. And so it makes sense as to why he would try and steal something like a ship, because his boss gave him the impression that he would be the top earner. But of course, that's an illusion, as we see from this episode. Mako was the only top earner. So I like how Omega and Benni work together, along with the Bad Batch, to take down Mako in the end. It definitely shows that in order to take down an organization, it's best to get the help from somebody within, and that's exactly what they kind of have to do with the Empire as well. We know from Andor especially that the rebel operation relied heavily on on rebel spies within the Empire's organization, right, to take down the Empire. So you definitely saw that happen here. And we know this is obviously going to happen on a greater scale when the Empire ends up being overthrown down the line. You see Benni talk about how he doesn't really want to leave, and mining Ipsium is all he's ever known. And it's interesting because it kind of contrasts with Omega. Omega left behind what she knew, which was her home planet, and took a leap of faith and went on with the Bad Batch, the rest of her brothers. Whereas with Benni, he just wants to kind of stay in the same place. With Omega, she has found a new home with the Bad Batch and with the ship. And their ship arguably is a great new home to find because it allows them to go anywhere in the galaxy. So it kind of implies that their home is with each other, with the Bad Batch. No matter where they find themselves, home is where the heart is, kind of thing. I found that interaction between Omega and Benni pretty powerful, and I like the conversations that they had. And I think that both of their minds and perspectives were definitely open to the other person. Of course, Benni has never met anybody like the Bad Batch before. He's only ever been around miners and people like Mako. And then Omega got to see firsthand the conditions that they were living under as well. And in a way, you can almost draw a small parallel perhaps between Omega and Benni and Ahsoka and Lux. It's the same sort of thing, Lux being the son of a separatist senator. So of course, Lux and Ahsoka's relationship allowed the both of them to learn about each other and to learn about the other side of the war, so to speak. I think it's powerful when it's young people too, young people and kids, because kids have such open minds and imaginations. And so a better way to show somebody having their perspective broaden than by showing the relationship between two kids, right? The friendship. So now we see that they have made their way off the planet and they have their ship back and they're all intact. No thanks to Sid. So it should be interesting to see what happens when they meet up with Sid again. I personally think that they should just not work for this girl anymore, because I don't think that she shows them nearly enough gratitude and appreciation for what they've done for her. And they seem to constantly stick their necks out for her, even putting themselves in danger, but she doesn't necessarily seem willing to do the same for them. So I don't know if this will be the beginning of the end of their relationship potentially. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, overall guys, I enjoyed the episode. You let me know what you thought down below in the comments as always. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe guys. And I will see you next week for an all new episode of The Bad Batch and for the premiere of season 3 of The Mandalorian. It's finally here, so I'm so excited for that. Until next time guys, take care and see you soon.